number 13.
Hello and welcome. We're ready to get the week off to a great start. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Brian Anderson, joined by Hall of Famers reporter Allie LaForce. And a moment to check out who the Boston Celtics have coming up. On Wednesday, they'll take on Kyrie Irving and the Dallas Mavericks. And then on Tuesday, they'll be matching up with Damian Lillard and the Milwaukee Bucks.
And for that game against Los Angeles, things starting to solidify as that game is going to be number 10 on the year for them. Teams will be getting sharper every time out.
Looking at the starting five for the Boston Celtics. The perimeter pairing is White and Brown. Tatum is the 4 with Porzingis at center. And it's the captain in at the 1 spot. And for Miami, Tyler Hero is out there with Mitchell. Then it's Andrew Wiggins. Then it's Bam Adebayo. And it's Ware in at the center position, filling out the middle. It'll be the Heat off the tip. It's still early in the season, Grant, but most coaches have their rotations worked out by now.
They really do.
Welcome everyone to the NBA on 2K Sports.
Pudimos volver a empezarla porque estábamos usando el equipo completo y solamente el jugador de nosotros.
On Wednesday, they'll defend home court against the Utah Jazz. Then on Friday, they'll be matching up with Nikola Jokic and the Denver Nuggets.
And, you know, nobody loves playing on the road, but it does offer a good chance to see exactly what your team is made of. This team is going to find out a lot about itself over the next stretch of games.
And now the opening lineup for Boston. And in the front court, Brown and Tatum. The captain out there with Derek White. And it's Porzingis in at the 5. And for the Heat, they've got Wiggins. Hero out there with Mitchell. Then it's Bam. He's in action here tonight. RJ, you can see the bounce in the step of the player. They are refreshed, and they are ready.
Anywhere.
Pass to Hero. From outside the arc. Where, no good. And here's White. He'll bring it up for the Boston Celtics. It's a 3-point game. The captain passes to White. Here's the captain. The Celtics working the ball around now. Porzingis with a screen on Mitchell. Here's Tatum. 5 on the clock. Got a hand on it. Hero against White. Hero no good.
And he's usually able to score on that type of defense rather easily. Surprising to see him come away empty.
And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Now we have a chance to pay homage to the Eastern Conference Player of the Week, the captain.
He's really been on his A game lately. You know, the way their offense is set up, it really relies on his ability. He sets the tone each time down the floor, and he's been a lot of fun to watch.
Now here's Wiggins, coming in off a 10-point performance last game out. Now in the scoring column with that bucket, 1 for 2 this game.
Oh, and the touch on the interior. Hero can hit jumpers as well as capitalize in close.
The captain, no good. For Miami, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Hero passes to Adebayo. Here's Mitchell. Fires from deep. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Here's the captain in the game against Orlando. Very impressive. Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
Mitchell wide open. And the Heat, another 3.
How can you forget about him? I mean, he's not going to miss that open of a look.
And Dwayne Wade is the first Heat player to be honored with a statue. And, Greg, that's pretty significant for a very successful franchise.
And, Kevin, well-deserved, right? D-Wade, the best player in franchise history. He helped bring 3 championships to the city. Plus, he's already got a street named after him.
Now Mitchell, after Jason Tatum missed on that last 3-pointer. The 3. And it's Mitchell missing.
Shocking that he just bricked that one. The defense got real lucky there.
Out to Porzingis. Pass to Brown. Here's the captain. Covered by Mitchell. Here's the captain. Rebound by Mitchell. The Heat leading by 3. And here's Adebayo. Here's Ware. Pass to Wiggins. Launches a 3. Misses that one. He's 0 for 1 from the floor. The Celtics have gone 3 of 7 from the field since we've gotten underway. Here's the captain from the arc. He made that one. Basket number 3 for him. He's also missed 2.
Guy's just ridiculous. He's just an absolute surgeon when he has the ball. This man is surgical. There is no way to slow him down when he wants to score.
And timeout is called by Eric Spoelstra. Looking for a breather and maybe just 1 or 2 things to talk about.
Get loud and let them hear it.
Miami's on 2 of 5 from 3-point land here in the first quarter. Wiggins kicks to Mitchell. Again, the miss by the Heat. And here's White. He'll bring it up for the Boston Celtics. They come into this one having outplayed the Magic last game.
Yeah, and with most of the arena against them, they just banded together and trusted one another to make the right play.
Even with all that noise, when they had the ball, it never rattled them. Their offense was in tune like it was a home game.
And Miami has possession after Jaylen Brown's 3-pointer that didn't go. Adebayo with a screen on White. There's Hero with the 3. Does not find the basket. His second miss. He's now 1 for 3. To the right side. Here's the captain. He's got 7. Outside, White. Pass to the captain. Trying to find Porzingis. Gets it to him. And here's Brown outside. Here's the captain. That's good. And it's his 4th basket of the game. He's a strong 4 for 6.
I like everything he's doing so far offensively. Finding his spots, making strong selections.
Hero finds Wiggins. Mitchell with it. 8 points for him. Hero, no good. It's White on the wing. Covered by Mitchell. Tatum wide open. He fires one. Drains the 3-pointer. Tatum's got his 2nd bucket of the night.
Yeah, those are starting to add up, guys. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 have been triples.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Kevin, coming out of high school at 6'0", Derek White didn't receive any full scholarship offers. He says it was humbling, but it drove me to get better. Each time you have the doubters, you just put a little chip on your shoulder. But you 29th pick overall in 2017, he's come a long way. Kevin, his chips are still there.
You're so right, David. Thanks. He's become a heck of a player. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Richard, the Celtics have been among the NBA's elites for quite a while now.
Well, they've been a title contender every year for almost a decade now. Even with several coaching changes over that time, they've been the model of consistency.
And the first one drops. And Eric Spoelstra, the head coach of the Miami Heat, receiving a record 8-year, $120 million extension. Greg, that's some big dough.
Is it ever? It remains coaching for the only NBA franchise he's ever worked for in the association, and that figures to continue for a while.
While we have a chance, let's now take a look at the teams that top the league in shooting from beyond the arc. The Celtics second.
Their long-range game was a huge strength. They spread the floor, found the open shots, and made the most of their chances.
Celtics on D, leading by 5. Hero passes to Wiggins. Shot clock at 3. Rebounded by the captain. The captain's got 6 rebounds in the game.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
Back to Tatum. It's good from long range. Tatum's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
An accurate shooter from distance. Tatum's teammates want him to keep looking to pull the trigger.
Outside, Hero. Mitchell sets the screen for Hero. On the wing, Wiggins. Lots of room. Rebound by the Celtics. And this is their first time matched up with this year's Heat team.
Yeah, an interesting history between these two. I mean, last year they were swept by this club in the regular season, but rebounded to take them down in the playoffs.
And now a developing story in the NBA. Let's now go live to Shams Charania, who is checking in with the details. Shams, thanks for joining us. What do you have?
Thanks a lot, Kevin. The intel today is out of the Big Apple. The New York Knicks with an early season transaction. They've added Al Horford, who brings his time-tested wisdom to this team with so many huge performances from his many years of service. Horford is a trusted role player and now a champion. He's a great locker room guy as well. So his role as a mentor might be equally valuable for this young talent on this team.
Thank you so much, Shams. We sure appreciate the update. Over in the corner, White. Brown the pass to the captain. And Ware pulls it down. The Heat trail by 11. The drive by Mitchell. It's tipped. Now the fast break. Tatum with the ball. Boom, he jams it straight down.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
They came out swinging, really setting the tone on offense, and the opposition has not been able to respond.
Again, Mitchell missing.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
Yeah, and the risk now is that he gets inside his own head. Time to take deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth, and let the game come to you.
And the shot goes in from Kristaps Porzingis.
And off to an incredible start here early from long range.
And so it's Mitchell who brings up the ball for Miami. They trail by 16. Pass to Adebayo. Back to Mitchell. 6 on the shot clock. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. And he goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points. Now here's Tatum. He had a big outing in that Magic game as well.
And on the glass so far, it hadn't even been close.
Wiggins passes to Hero. Tatum against Adebayo. Back to Hero. Jacks up a three. Rebound Boston. The captain's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Brown finds Tatum. Here's the captain. He's got 13. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
What a dunk, and what a move.
Here's Mitchell. They trail by 16. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Wiggins against Brown. Wiggins passes to Hero. Adebayo with a screen for Hero. Good on the triple. Hero's got 5.
And a legitimate threat to connect from deep. Hero doesn't lack confidence trying his luck from there.
Here's the captain. The kick out to Brown. Nice ball movement by Boston. Outside Tatum. Cans it from downtown. 12 points for him.
And shooting-wise, he's been fantastic, helping to build this lead.
The Heat trail by 16. Now, Hero. 5 points in the game. Down low, here's Ware. Nice pass, nice catch, and a resounding dunk.
Just a textbook lead pass right there, putting it right where it needed to be.
Domination in the first quarter. It's been pretty lopsided. Celtics lead by 14. And we'll be back with you right after this. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Celtics.
Substitution on the court.
And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. The captain, nice concentration to hit the double clutch layup. And the Celtics lead by 12.
And I have no clue how he got that one to fall, pulling some magic in the midair and torturing the defense in the process.
And a wide open look for Hero. And with that one, the lead is trimmed to single digits.
And they're hitting the long-range shots that they were missing in the first quarter, but still have ground to make up.
To the left side wing. Here's the captain. Pass to Pritchard. Outside Tatum. Shot clock at 6. Here's the captain. Lost contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
Intelligent play by Tatum, moving the ball to get an open shot.
The Celtics have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both.
Mind the lane. Mind the lane. One shot.
And RJ, the combination of Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown winning a title together. That's something else.
There was some small talk going around about breaking them up. Good thing for the Celtic front office, they kept them both. In their first 7 seasons as a duo, they have 5 trips to the conference finals. That is a ridiculous run.
Off with the layup. The Heat trail by 12. To the inside. Mitchell feeling it out a bit. Over in the corner, Jaquez. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Boston's gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Here's the captain. In for another field goal. A sublime 9 of 14 on the night.
Holiday with his head up, looking to create opportunities for his teammates.
Outside, Hero. Robinson on the wing. Jaquez outside. Lets it go with the three. Hits the three-point bomb.
There's 6 points on consecutive three balls. They're finding holes now in the D.
Outside Holiday. Rebound by Mitchell.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
Robinson kicks to Mitchell. Pass to Jaquez. That three off the mark. Celtics leading by 11. Here's Pritchard. Here's the captain. Covered by Mitchell. Out to Porzingis. Baseline J on the way. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him.
Oh, the versatility of Porzingis, able to strike a number of areas.
And timeout is called by Eric Spoelstra. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations.
Coming out on the court, your Miami Heat dancers.
A different look for Miami. Bam Adebayo's checked in for Jaime Jaquez. And Wiggins is subbed in for Duncan Robinson. Jaylen Brown's checked in for Boston. White comes in for Pritchard. Mitchell passes to Ware. Mitchell right side. Hero with it. Now guarded by Tatum. Yep, that one goes. Hero's got 5 points in the quarter.
And when you watch Hero play, it's no surprise he's a gym rat. He can score from any spot on the floor.
The kick out to Tatum. Plenty of space. Again, the Celtics good for two.
Unwilling to let up. Just fanning the Flames.
Always plays hard until the final whistle, no matter what the situation is.
To the paint, here's Adebayo. And Tatum pulls it down. Tatum's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Scooped up the board. Porzingis wasting no time going up with it.
And it's Mitchell with the ball for the Heat. 15-point game. Looking ahead, they've got the Jazz coming into town for the next game. And that game is the second of 2 straight at home. Here's the captain. And the call on the shot sends him to the line. It's going to be on Bam Adebayo. Greg, what a great time to be a fan of basketball. Not just in the NBA, but all over the world.
Absolutely, Kevin. The sport just continues to grow, and there's increased value being placed on all-around skill, even in youth basketball. And I think that bodes well for the future of the game.
First free throw is good. You know, Richard, so many stars have done it. Any thoughts on a player asking for a trade with multiple years remaining on their contract?
If you're unhappy in any marriage, you should always get out. That is my opinion. Teams do it all the time. They'll sign a player to 5 years and then trade him in 2. So if a player is unhappy after 3 years of a 5-year contract, it's okay for him to request a trade, but continue to show up to work. That is my only request from the players. I've always said, when in doubt, just jump over them. And Wiggins is listening to me.
Oh, my goodness. What a play.
Oh, my.
And the dunk to finish it off. Beauty.
Here he comes, and there he goes.
Oh, look at him punish that rim. Nice angle on that replay with the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Mitchell kicks to Robinson. Ware dishes to Robinson. And it's out of bounds. The Celtics will take it the other way.
All right, a chance to check out the stats for Kristaps Porzingis. He's coming off an excellent season. Around 20 points per game last season, 7 rebounds and 2 assists. And the phrase stats don't lie absolutely applies here. He's been a monster on the court for this team.
Yeah, they rely on his production night in and night out. There are times when he absolutely carries them.
Tatum with it. Now defended by Adebayo. Adebayo against Tatum. Just 4 to shoot. Offline with his 3.
And after that great first quarter from three-point range, he has finally come back to earth.
Pass to Ware. Back to Adebayo. Here's Ware. Guarded by Porzingis. Robinson passes to Adebayo. And here's Mitchell from the arc. Rebounded by the Celtics.
And after connecting twice from deep in the first quarter, he hasn't been able to drain another here in the second.
The Heat trail by 17. Wiggins outside. Inside. Here's Adebayo. Boston grabs the miss. Tatum's got his 5th rebound in this one. Ball's knocked loose. Mitchell. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Mitchell's got 10.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys. And it's paid off.
Mitchell Robinson's checked in for Jason Tatum. Now we have a chance. Let's take a look at the teams that led the NBA in rebounding last season. The Celtics second.
Last year, they had a very physical aspect of the game down. They were a very tough team to keep off the board.
And it's White missing.
A shot like that is a polite way to say, hey, coach, bench me.
Not only a terrible shot, but also at the worst possible time. That's just not a good idea.
This is how Adebayo typically gets his points. Off the roll, off the lob, or off the glass.
Well, G.A. Adebayo came from very humble beginnings.
Yeah, raised by his mother. And Kevin, Bam's main motivation in life was to get her out of that trailer. He worked extremely hard, and now arguably a top 25 player.
The latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Kevin, the Celtics can beat you in a number of ways. Point guard Jrue Holiday said, we can play small and big. We have great bench players who come in and change the game at any time and could start on other teams. And we have a hunger. Kevin, they're going to be a problem for a long time.
Agreed. Yeah, they are stacked, DA, for sure. And that's out of bounds. Miami will retain possession. Robinson passes to Wiggins. Clock is at 3.
Cooling off a bit after a nice first quarter.
The shot missing.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Hits it from three-point range.
Once a weakness in Brown's arsenal, now he's a legitimate threat to burn you from deep.
Mitchell kicks to Adebayo. Outside Robinson. There's the 3. That one falls. His second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
That scoreless first quarter, that might have woke him up, and he's turned it on here in the second.
The captain passes to Porzingis. Rebound by the Heat. Ware's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Wiggins outside. Back to Mitchell. Pass to Wiggins. They get a hand on it. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's the captain. 28 points for him. Robinson kicks to Porzingis. Brown the pass to the captain. Shot clock at 5. Plays it up and banks it in. The captain's got 30.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Yeah, they got to do a much better job of putting a little bit of pressure on him on his way to the hoop.
And so it's the Boston Celtics feeling good about their 17-point lead heading into the break. Their defense has been active and effective. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Andrew, they shot the lights out in the first half. What has to change?
Get back. Focus on getting back, guarding your men, and not taking these real.
It starts with a man-on-man challenge. Thank you. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
Fans, please direct your attention to center court. And get ready for the fans. Give it up for our contestant.
Hello, everybody. Maybe a bit of a surprise in this one, but what a fantastic first half we witnessed for the Boston Celtics.
Man, this offense is in rhythm right now. They're moving the ball, moving without the ball. Everything looks exactly.
Subject that's always of interest, player movement around the league.
Can you say veteran leadership? Huge pickup for this group. Horford's a guy who can affect the game in every way, and guys look up to him.
Veteran leadership. Veteran leadership. Veteran leadership. Thanks for spending halftime with us. Time to get it back out to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third quarter.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it has been a runaway. You know, the captain has been exceptional here, guys.
Well, with a double-double in hand through two quarters, you can just imagine what his stat line will look like at the end of this one.
But I don't think that that's the most important thing to him. Sure, putting up big numbers doesn't hurt, but he's all about getting the win over everything else.
The Heat trail by 17. Tyler Hero out there with Mitchell. Then it's Andrew Wiggins. Then it's Bam Adebayo. And it's Ware in its center. That's the group on the floor for Miami. Out of bounds, Boston takes possession.
And let's check out a breakdown looking at some data for White. Last year, getting it done. And he's a shot blocker as well. Top 20 in that category last season. Great timing and challenges at the rim.
And again, you gotta love his commitment to excellence. He owns the free throw line. It's truly an impact part of his game. Takes a three. Good, and it's Tatum picking up the assist. Tatum's got 4 assists now tonight.
Yeah, Tatum read the floor and fed the best guy he could find.
Here's the captain. Throws down the breakaway jam.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Once he poked it away, you knew what was on his mind.
Mitchell dishes to Ware. Pass to Hero. Good ball movement here by Miami. It's tipped. And here we go again. The Celtics in transition. Up the court they go.
Strong work for him at the offensive end, helping them to maintain that lead.
And for the Heat, they're shooting 40% from the field. Mitchell passes to Adebayo. There's Hero with the three. Rebounded by the captain. The captain's got 11 rebounds in the game. White, good.
Talk about execution on the offensive end. They're leaving nothing on the table right now.
It's caused them to pull away a bit. Let's see if they can keep the train on the track.
Now a timeout called by Miami.
Give a hand for your Heat squad.
Third quarter here, over a minute and a half into it. Mitchell kicks to Adebayo. Drilled from 11 feet out. Adebayo's got 6 points.
And with that basket, he's able to end a 10-0 run by the Celtics.
Here's the captain. He's got 34. Back to Tatum. Clock at 6. Pass to the captain. Brown outside. And that's a foul called on Porzingis. That's his first foul.
First personal foul.
So it's Miami now. Here's Mitchell. Got a piece of it. Porzingis high post. The kick out to Tatum. Pass to the captain. Here's Porzingis. Here's the captain. And he goes in for the dunk.
Hey, whatever adjustments they made at halftime, they are working to perfection.
Oh, yeah, I can't agree more. They haven't missed.
Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Shots good by Hero.
What a read by Hero. He knew the pick and roll would give him some options.
Pass to the captain. And it's Miami with the rebound. Adebayo's got 6 rebounds in the game. To the middle. And Adebayo throws it down.
Don't take your eyes off Bam. When he comes off the floor, he gets up and the slams are just too good to miss.
And it's Brown missing.
No clue how he misfired on that shot. You don't see that from him very often.
The drive by Mitchell. Boston grabs the miss.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole because he is just not there offensively.
Here's Tatum.
And when Tatum is aggressive like that, it's tough to keep him off the line.
The Celtics shooting their 6th and 7th free throws in the game.
At the line for the Celtics,
he's off on the first.
Jason Tatum. 2.
And he's good on the second. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. Mitchell passes to Adebayo. Wiggins outside. Hero from long range. Good on the three-point shot. Hero's got 6 in the quarter.
And this is the game plan for him. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
Yeah, you got to know where he is at all times, especially when he's roaming around the perimeter ready to fire.
Here's the captain. He's got 36. It's deflected. Now Wiggins over in the corner. Hero. Pass to Adebayo. Now Hero. And the 3 off target. Here's the captain. Good. And it's Tatum picking up the assist. Tatum's got 5 assists tonight.
Man, he's having quite the quarter, converting at a really high percentage.
On the wing, Wiggins. He's covered by Brown. And that one's good. Wiggins has got his second basket.
You see the strength that Wiggins has added over the years. He can take on pretty much anyone at this point.
Here's the captain, covered by Mitchell. Pass to Tatum. A three-pointer off the mark. The Heat trail by 20. Down low. Here's Adebayo. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And you watch Adebayo, he really has everything you could ask for from that 4-5 position. Not a stretch big per se, and that's partly why he shoots such a high percentage.
Duncan Robinson, he's checked in for the Heat. And the Celtics also making a change. Drew Holiday's checked in for Derek White. Here's the captain. Lays it up off the glass. The captain's got 40 points.
As they set their sights on locking up the win, he has to do everything in his power to make this happen.
Miami no good on that time either. Celtics leading by 20. Spins to the rack. And Ware pulls it down. Ware's got 6 rebounds here tonight.
And imagine how good they'll look if he can start to chip in a bit more offensively.
Boston's gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the third quarter. Kept alive. The Heat have gone just a bit under 50% from the field since halftime. 5 out of 11. Shots good by Hero.
Oh, great ball movement there.
The Celtics have gone 7 of 13 in the third quarter so far. just above 50%.
And now look at Jason Tatum here. Great showing for him last season. He put up about 27 points a game, 8 rebounds, and 5 assists. And he does so much for this team, but it starts with the way he leads the offense.
And he's willing to take on the scoring load. And look, he is more than capable of delivering.
The captain passes to Porzingis. Lets it go. Right side Tatum. No good with the triple.
Well, after the show he put on in the first half, you thought it would continue, but he's cooled off a little bit here now.
And here is Mitchell. 10 points for him. And there's the foul. It'll go on the captain.
Number 11.
That's his first foul.
Second team foul.
Mitchell with it. This one for 3. And Tatum pulls it down.
Got to find easier shots when you're already struggling. That's not going to get it.
And there's the foul. It'll go on the captain. That's foul number 2 for him.
You expect some fumbles with the ball. And overall, I think they've done a good job limiting those slip-ups.
The Heat trail by 17. To the paint. Here's Hero. Good, and the assist goes to Mitchell. Hero's got 21.
And he has been on fire this quarter in terms of his scoring. Hopefully, that fire spreads to his other guys and they can rally.
Tatum looking around. There's Brown with the 3. And it's Miami with the rebound. Robinson on the wing. He's covered by Brown. Robinson kicks to Mitchell. Pass to Hero. No good on the 3. And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for Boston. The lead is 15. Here's the captain. He has 40. Out to Porzingis. They need this one. And he's good on the 3-ball. Porzingis has got 10 points in the game.
Porzingis breaking tendencies with that catch and shoot.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
Shots good by Hero.
And even though they're down, it's not on him. He's been lights out on offense for them this quarter especially.
Here's the captain. Back to Tatum. Fires the 3. Rebound by the Heat. Ware's got his 8th rebound here tonight.
You know, some people could say he's struggling on offense this period. I like to think of more as drowning. Just can't seem to find his confidence.
And this guy is a gamer. Hero embraces any chance he can to draw a foul while taking a shot.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he makes the first.
And Hero, one of those guys in the league that can nail free throws.
And Boston has possession. So far in the 4th quarter, they've allowed just 6 points. They set the pick. And here's Tatum for 3. Here's the captain. Sinks the triple. The captain's got 43 points.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and coach knows it.
When it ain't broke, leave it alone until someone stops him. Just let him roll.
On the court for the Celtics, Mitchell Robinson out there with Jason Tatum. And there's the captain. Then it's Holiday, and it's Pritchard in at the point. Tatum passes to the captain. Richard, who do you think is the most impactful player right now in the NBA?
I stand by this. As long as LeBron James is wearing an NBA uniform, he is first, second, and third. The ratings say that. The money says that. As long as he is playing, he will be the most impactful player in the NBA.
Miami's gotten 3 of their 6 3-pointers to fall here in the 4th. Now, Hero. A 3-ball. And Tatum pulls it down. Tatum's got 14 rebounds for him tonight. Wow. Off target from three-point range.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Jaquez can't hit.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Robinson, a screen on Robinson. And there's the foul. It'll go on the captain. That's his third foul of the game.
Turnovers weren't a story for him early on, but that's changed. And now they're definitely having trouble keeping possession and momentum.
Here's what Miami's going with right now. Ware's checked in, and Adebayo subbed in for Jaime Jaquez. And then for Boston, Porzingis comes in for Mitchell Robinson, and it's Brown in for Pritchard.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Now Adebayo has to Ware. Mitchell with it from deep.
But still, eventually you got to feel like he'll start knocking those down again.
Here's the captain. Driving the lane. Chalk up 2 there. The captain's got 47 points. The Heat shooting around 40% from the floor here. Tipped away. Porzingis with the steal. On the wing, Holiday. Covered by Mitchell. Puts up a deep 3. The captain, no good.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Even though he is capable of hitting that shot, I'd like to see him work for a better look in that situation.
Robinson, that's good.
He can really stroke it from deep. You have to keep better tabs on him.
Tatum passes to the captain. Trying to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Holiday against Mitchell. RJ, what have you noticed about the young players that enter the NBA today?
Unfortunately, the NBA is now tasked with teaching players how to play basketball. The NBA wasn't a teaching league 20 years ago. Now it is. A lot of players are spending their first, second, and even third year learning how to play basketball. That was not always the case. They used to go to college and play for Hall of Fame coaches for 4 years.
Now, Hero. He's guarded closely. Got a piece of it. Stolen by Holiday. To the left wing. Inside. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. And, guys, what do you think about the hustle stance for the Celtics?
They've been defending with excellent anticipation all game long. Just look at how many times they've managed to get their hands on the ball.
And also, you've got to mention the block shots. Playing hard on defense, not allowing shooters to get comfortable. Absolutely the prettiest play in basketball executed to perfection.
I don't think you get an argument there. Everybody loves the alley-oop. And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. He knows every possession is critical now.
Give it up for your Heat Squad.
Present our New Balance Player of the Game, the captain.
And guys, no doubt who our pick was going to be. He's made everyone else on the court look like they're playing at half speed. It's been total domination, and you can't help but just sit back and admire that performance.
And as the star of this team, he knows he's going to be the object of the crowd's anger. Adebayo passes to Mitchell. That one falls coming off Adebayo's feet. Adebayo's got 3 assists tonight. Boston leading by 18. Here's the captain. And And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Davion Mitchell.
Well, he's been doing it all night. Why not go back to him?
Yeah, just keep feeding him. That guy is a man on a mission. And the defense, well, they don't have much of an answer.
He's got to get to the line a little bit more here in the second half. Let's see if he can get that edge back that he had in the first.
There's the steal. There's the drive. And that one is hammered home.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
We know mistakes lead to breaks. That's just textbook right there.
And we'll have a timeout called by Eric Spoelstra. Wants to make sure everybody's coordinated and intense.
Please give a big round of applause for your Heat Youth Dance Team. Fans, make some noise for your Miami Heat dancers.
And it's the Heat with the ball. And here's Wiggins. Outside, Hero. Where, no good.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
Just go to show how tight your timing needs to be on this kind of play.
Here's the captain. Fires at the elbow. It's hauled in by the Heat. Ware's got rebound number 12 here already in the game. Wiggins kicks to Mitchell. Here's Ware. Pass to Adebayo. And a miss there on the triple. Celtics leading by 23. And that one's good. Tatum.
No second thoughts from Tatum. Just look, he's ready.
Now, here's Mitchell. He's guarded closely. And here's Adebayo. 1:30 left in the fourth quarter of this one. 5 to shoot. Miami no good on that time either. And it's the Celtics ball. They've got an 8-0 run.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Celtics.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And so with this win, they'll move to 6 victories on the season.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for the captain.
And he was doing everything out there on the floor tonight. Triple-double on the stat sheet, and that doesn't even tell the whole story.
Porzingis passes to the captain. Tatum on the wing. Fouled on the shot.
When it matters most.
And let me tell you, as a team, you love to.
And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the...
All right, David, thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. Richard Jefferson, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge. This is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching tonight's game on 2K Sports. So long and good night, everyone.